Aloha, this is Jonathan, and I usually do unboxings and walkthroughs, but a friend of mine who is very creative and likes to push boundaries with people, she suggested that I actually do a collective reading for the whole world, and her question or thing that she wanted me to do a reading for was, what good will come from this Covid-19 pandemic? What changes to the positive will come for us all? And since, there's not really a spread for that kind of question, I actually sat down and created my own spread here. So, this is an experiment. I've never done a reading like this to a random camera space, but I'm going to attempt to do this. So, and hopefully my boys are not going to interrupt me in the middle of this. Oh, just a minute. And of course they come in right when I hope they don't interrupt. Isn't that always the case? Anyway, I shooed them off to get us some dinner, and we should not be interrupted again. So I'm using the Crow Tarot for this reading. And this is a 10 card spread. I'll read what each position is. I'm used to working around a tripod like this. Okay. What good will come to the collective because of this pandemic? Some say it's making the unconscious conscious. So, first card, where the collective is right now. Two of Cups. I think all of our relationships are deepening because of this isolation we're dealing with, because what do? We're reaching out for those loved ones that are closest to us, making sure they're okay, and just reconnecting with our loved ones. So that is position 1. Position 2, what the collective needs to grow beyond. So this card's all about working together. I think instead of working together in little groups, I think we need to step up and work together as a collective, as a entire planet, because we're all in this together. If the weathers mess up in one place, we're all going to feel the effects. So we really need to work not just with our personal collectives, but with the entire collective. What the collective needs to carry from the past. We need to carry our emotions with us, not be so quick to push our emotions down or push them aside. We need to drink deep for what new thing the collective needs to embrace. Page of Wands. So we need to act from a new place, let new ideas spring forth, let new players take the reins, It's time for the old to fall away, for fresh blood to take control. The current karmic lesson for the collective: we manifest what we want. We are creating our own reality, and it is best if we create it together versus a bunch of little groups trying to create their own reality and then clashing when those realities don't mesh well. Current karmic blessing. Oh, King of Swords. So a lot of the truth is coming out for a lot of us. Truth of reality. The truth of our current situation. But not just that, we're cutting away, using that sword to cut away the old that doesn't serve us anymore. So it's a blessing in disguise. The seventh card, a message from Source. Five of Cups. I'm going to move these up so we're not crowding everybody. The message from Source is, yes, we're grieving the old ways. We're grieving what we've lost. We're grieving that old world that is no more. But if we just turned around, there's still two full cups. We still have the world. And we can create something new. We can cross that river of grief and become one with nature again. Our old ways need to die off. They serve no one except that upper 1%. What needs to be healed? That feeling of isolation a lot of us have. I mean, yes, it's good to be isolated in some cases, because then you really get to dive deep. You get to really learn. But sometimes that isolation is very soul-crushing. And this is something we need to heal, is that feeling of isolation, that feeling of being alone against the world. When in reality, we're not alone. We have everybody. If only we would remember that we are a collective, we are a group. And yes, I know there's plenty out there that are, oh no, we don't want a new world order, blah, blah, blah. But how about a one world order? How about one world that works together for the betterment of all? Not just the betterment of a few, not just the you're on your own, so make it if you can, otherwise you're screwed. We need to work together. And that first step towards healing, look at that, Two of Wands. Look out beyond yourself. Start planning. Start planning for something new. Use your creativity to create something new. See, we're not alone. We're in it together. And together we can support the earth and everyone on it. And not just humans. That's very arrogant to think that it's just humans that matter. We need to support all life, whether that be human, animal, insect, plant life. All of that matters. If one link of the chain starts to shatter, the whole chain will shatter. So we need to look to the new. And once we are able to go past that feeling of isolation and start working together, the last card is how the world will change once healing begins. Six of Swords. Let me push that up so you can see a little better. Six of Swords. That is all about leaving troubled waters behind, going towards something new, something better, a better world, smooth sailing instead of rough seas. And the only way we can do that is to start working together as a collective, as members of a world, not members of a nation, not members of a particular culture, but members of Gaia, members of a living planet that needs our protection, that needs us to remember that we are not isolated from nature, we are a part of nature, and for us to constantly be cutting ourselves out from nature, cutting nature away, that's how we get into these predicaments with COVID, with certain populations being subjected by others. The only way we can sail into fresh, clean waters is to leave our isolation and start working together. And as always, I like looking at the bottom of the deck because I consider that the shadow. Not the shadow, well, yeah, the shadow. And what do we have? Ace of Swords. That's it. The Ace of Swords. We're cutting away the old. That's what COVID's doing, is forcing us to give up our old ways. The world was on fire, we did nothing. Volcanoes were going off everywhere, we did nothing. But this tiny little invisible bug came and cut the world asunder. So, we can either be cut away, or we can have the old cut away from us and be reborn. Thank you for listening. I hope this was as meaningful for you as it was for me. This is the first reading I've done for the collective. And if you want me to do more of these kind of readings, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just doing this for myself, and I don't need to record that. But if you found meaning in this reading, please comment and let me know. Thank you for watching. Until next time, aloha.